If you think the most expensive SUV always wins, this comparison is about to prove you wrong. Today, we're putting the ultra-luxury Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 against the legendary Toyota Land Cruiser 300, two SUVs built for completely different worlds. One is designed to pamper billionaires in silence. The other is built to survive anything you throw at it. But here's the real question. In 2026, which one actually makes more sense? Because this isn't just about price or brand name. It's about real-world value, performance, comfort, and what you actually get for your money. Let's start with presence, because both of these SUVs make a statement, but in very different ways. The Maybach GLS 800 is all about elegance and dominance. Massive chrome grille, signature Maybach detailing, ultra-premium paint finishes. Everything about it screams wealth. This isn't just an SUV, it's a moving luxury lounge. When it pulls up, people notice. Now compare that to the Land Cruiser 300. It doesn't try to be flashy, but it commands respect. Bold stance, aggressive front design, and that unmistakable Land Cruiser DNA. This is the SUV people trust in the harshest conditions on Earth. It doesn't whisper luxury, it screams capability. And that difference defines everything. Step inside the Maybach, and you're entering a completely different universe. Rear executive seats that recline like a first-class airline, massaging functions, ventilated leather, ambient lighting everywhere, even a fragrance system. This SUV is designed to be experienced from the back seat. It's quiet, smooth, and almost isolates you from the outside world. Then you step into the Land Cruiser 300. It's still premium, don't get it wrong, but it's built with purpose. Durable materials, practical layout, and a driver-focused cabin. You get comfort, yes, but also reliability and functionality. This is an SUV made to be driven, not just sat in. So already you can see the clash. One is built for ultimate comfort. The other is built for ultimate dependability. But here's where it gets interesting, because once we get into performance, things start to shift in a way most people don't expect. And trust me, what happens next might completely change which SUV you think is actually better. Now let's talk about what really separates these two. Performance and what they're actually built to do. Under the hood, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 comes with a powerful V8 engine paired with mild hybrid technology. It delivers effortless acceleration, smooth power delivery, and near-silent performance. You press the pedal, and it just glides forward. No drama, no noise, just pure refinement. This SUV isn't built to feel fast, it's built to feel effortless, and that's exactly what it does. Whether you're cruising on the highway or sitting in traffic, the Maybach isolates you from everything. The suspension reads the road and adjusts in real time, absorbing bumps before you even feel them. It's less like driving and more like floating. Now switch to the Land Cruiser 300, and the entire experience changes. Here you get a twin-turbo V6 engine, not as flashy as a V8, but incredibly capable. It's tuned for durability, torque, and reliability. This isn't about smooth luxury acceleration. This is about power you can depend on in any condition. And when you take it off-road, that's where the Land Cruiser completely transforms. We're talking advanced four-wheel drive systems, terrain modes, locking differentials, and a chassis designed to handle sand, mud, rocks, you name it. This is where it dominates, no question. Try taking a Maybach GLS off-road like that and you'll immediately understand its limits. Because despite all its technology, the Maybach is still a luxury-first SUV. It can handle light, rough roads, sure, but it's not built for extreme environments. That's not its purpose. So now the real question becomes, where are you actually going to use your SUV? If your daily driving is highways, city roads, long, comfortable trips, the Maybach feels unbeatable. It's smoother, quieter, and more refined than almost anything else on the road. But if you care about versatility, durability, and the ability to go anywhere without hesitation, the Land Cruiser 300 stands in a completely different league. And this is exactly where most buyers get confused. Because on paper, the Maybach looks like the obvious winner. More luxury, more power, more presence. But in real life, depending on your lifestyle, the Land Cruiser might actually be the smarter choice. And once we talk about price, ownership costs, and long-term value, this comparison takes another unexpected turn. Now let's get into the part that actually decides everything. Price, ownership costs, and long-term value. Because this is where the gap between these two SUVs becomes impossible to ignore. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 sits in a completely different price bracket. In the US, you're looking at well over $180,000 once you factor in options. And that's just the starting point. Maintenance, insurance, repairs, everything about this SUV comes at a premium level. Even basic servicing can cost significantly more than what most people expect. And once the warranty period ends, ownership becomes even more expensive. This isn't just a purchase, it's a long-term financial commitment. Now compare that to the Land Cruiser 300. While it's not exactly cheap, it's far more reasonable in comparison. You're getting a highly capable premium SUV at a much lower cost of entry. But more importantly, Toyota's reputation for reliability changes the entire ownership experience. Lower maintenance costs, better long-term durability, and strong resale value. These are things that actually matter over time. And this is where the winner starts to depend entirely on you. If your priority is ultimate luxury, status, and the most comfortable ride possible, then yes, the Maybach GLS 800 delivers an experience that the Land Cruiser simply can't match. It's in a different universe when it comes to refinement. But if you're looking for something that's dependable, versatile, and makes sense not just today but years down the line, the Land Cruiser 300 makes a very strong case. Because in the real world, an SUV isn't just about how it feels on day one, it's about how it performs over time. So which one actually wins? The truth is, there's no single winner. The Maybach GLS 800 wins in luxury, comfort, and presence. The Land Cruiser 300 wins in reliability, capability, and real-world practicality. And the right choice depends on what you value more. Now here's what I want to know. If you had to choose one for your life in 2026, which one are you picking? Luxury or legendary capability?